What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. We have some absolutely huge breaking news following Barcelona's victory against Osasuna just a few hours ago, and that is the football director of the club, Mateu Alemany, is set to leave the club on June the 30th, 2023 of this year, in around about a month and a half time. The news broke following the match. The club released an official statement saying that Mateu Alemany is set to leave Barcelona on June the 30th to embark on a fresh professional project. Oh my days, where did this come from? Out of nowhere. Talk about Randy Orton's and RKOs. Absolutely out of nowhere this has come. There's no rumors. Of course, a few months ago we heard about Aston Villa being interested, and Mateu Alemany came out the next few days saying, I'm not going to leave, I'm not interested in that offer. But all of a sudden, he's jogged off, he's binned off. Absolutely, he's not been fired, he's not been sacked by Barcelona, he has chosen himself to leave the club. But there's more. Despite formally leaving the club on July the 1st, thanks to an informal agreement, Mateu Alemany has committed himself to completing the first team's transfer business this summer, even if it should be in the final moments of the transfer window. So Mateu Alemany will leave the club officially on June the 30th, but he will stay around the club to finish the transfer window. So technically he's going to be staying until September the 1st, but technically he'll be getting paid after June the 30th. I don't know what's going on, but essentially after the summer transfer window, Mateu Alemany will leave the club. You're probably sitting here wondering, why? Why has this come out of nowhere? Why was there no reports? Why was there no rumors? And why does Mateu Alemany want to leave Barcelona, where he's been doing an absolutely fantastic job? Two reasons. One is the offers coming in. Jordi came out saying that Mateu Alemany received an offer from Aston Villa and looks to be a serious option for him. Raccoon came out saying that Mateu Alemany will leave to work in the Premier League. He's just finishing his details with an English club. Barcelona will sign a new sporting director to replace him very soon. So one is the offers coming in for him. Harina Codez. So one of the reasons why Mateu Alemany is going to leave is because he's been getting some huge offers in recent weeks, mainly from Premier League clubs. Harina Codez from Cope came out saying that Mateu announced his contract termination with Laporta this morning, as Barcelona couldn't match Aston Villa's offer on an economic level, and sportingly, Laporta accepted and they reached a friendly agreement. Apparently, Aston Villa have come in with an astronomical offer for Alemany. They apparently offered him an unlimited budget to spend with Aston Villa. Unai Emery apparently called him and convinced him, and also his salary will be ridiculous as well. That is one reason. The second reason is that there's a bit of drama in the Barcelona boardroom. Raccoon came out saying that Mateu Alemany had doubts about the planning for the upcoming season and wasn't sure how to make a competitive team with Barcelona's salary margin. Now, this makes no sense because Mateu Alemany is going to be staying for the summer, so he's going to have to work around it. So I don't know where that comes in. But again, there is some drama in the Barcelona boardroom, and it does evolve around both Jordi Cruyff and Mateu Alemany. Jordi, number one source in Barcelona, has come out saying that Mateu Alemany and Jordi Cruyff were not happy with some of the behavior that occurred in the board of directors. There was a certain tension with some board members wanting more power than the sports management. The board wanted certain decisions, while sports management and coaching wanted other decisions. The board of directors said no to certain decisions, while saying that they were in charge. There's a disagreement. Remember, we talked about this a lot in recent months. For example, Victor Roca, the sporting management wants him, but the board of directors thinks he's too expensive, and the board of directors, of course, have the power over them. And one of the main examples of this recently was the signing of Cesar Azpilicueta. Again, Jordi has come out saying there was a difference between the sporting management and the club's sporting director. One, for example, Azpilicueta. The sporting directors wanted him, i.e. Mateu Alemany, Jordi Cruyff, Xavi, but the club didn't want to sign him. So that's why Mateu Alemany has, of course, decided to leave. One, he's getting a huge, absolutely ridiculous offer from Aston Villa. And two, there is a lot of disagreement. Now they're not hating each other, they're not fighting and there's drama, but they're not like beefing. They just disagree on things. So let's say, for example, Jordi Cruyff and Alemany want to bring in, for example, God forbid, Thomas Meunier to reinforce the right back position. The board directors, who of course offer the money, offer the contract, they say we're not really wanting that. So Mateu Alemany and Jordi Cruyff both feel like, what's the point of us being in the job if everything we want to do is being rejected? Of course, there's some things that they do agree on, but there's mainly things that they do disagree on. You're now probably wondering, what about Jordi Cruyff? He also could be leaving Barcelona as well. Gerard Miro came out saying that he personally has doubts regarding Jordi Cruyff's continuation at the club. Keep in mind, Jordi Cruyff just signed a renewal, I think, a few months ago? Or was it, I think it was after the summer? It was recent. He signed a contract renewal, remember? And then the club released the new format of the sporting sector. They had Mateu Alemany as the football director, then Jordi Cruyff as the sporting director, all this sort of stuff. So this is a big bombshell, to say the least. The fact that the sporting director, Mateu Alemany, is going to be leaving. And Don Mateu Alemany, he's been absolutely brilliant since he's come in. He's helped us in the worst possible state any club has probably been in, and he got us up and he made us semi-healthy with all his work he's done in transfers. I'm very, very concerned about how the summer will go. The fact that Mateu Alemany is gonna leave, but he's agreed to help us still and essentially still be the sporting director during the summer, but he's communicating he wants to leave. Will he go to Aston Villa? Will he do 2 summer transfer windows in 1? I have no idea. I feel like that second part is going to end up being breaking up. How can someone stay unemployed and work, continuous hours and hours, 24 hours a day, 75 days a week, 7 days a week for a whole summer? That part makes no sense to me. I don't know if the club are going to pay him. I don't know if he's going to actually do it. I feel like in the end, he might join Aston Villa, then say, you know what, I can't really commit to this, I'm sorry, or whatever. But there's, no hate. Laporte and Alemany, they had their discussion. Alemany said, look, I'm not happy and I have a big offer. I want to leave. Laporte said, you know what, that's fine. Shake hands. Can you stay until the end of the summer at least? Alemany's like, I got you. So that's what's actually happened. Now, this is huge news. The fact it's come out of nowhere is crazy. The fact it's come out after the huge win against Osasuna is also crazy. I think Juan Martin came out saying that the dressing room were shocked by this news. It was an absolute bombshell because, of course, a lot of the dressing room players Mateu Alemany has spoken to either for a contract renewal or he's bloody signed them. So crazy scenes here, absolutely crazy. I wish Alemany all the best. He will be embedded in Barcelona's history books, in my opinion. He's one of the best sporting directors the club's ever seen. The fact that he's performed wonders over the past 2 transfer windows says enough for me. He's been very, very active, and you know what? Credit to him, credit to all his work. You're probably wondering now who's gonna come in to replace Mateu Alemany. Right now, the favorite is Antonio Cordon, who is a former sporting director of Betis, Monaco, and somewhere else. He's also been rumored to join Barcelona. We talked about him a few months ago as well when Jordi Cruyff wasn't, unsure whether he's going to stay or not. And there's, the Aston Villa offer came in, and Alemany has then since rejected it. But at the time, the club were like, oh, they want Cordon if he comes in. Very, very good sporting director. He did very, very well at Betis. One of the first people to scout Kylian Mbappe as well at Monaco. So he's a very, very good name. And if he comes in, you have to back him. This is with sporting directors, you can't really analyze them. You have to just hope that they're a good name who have good experience and they come and do a job. So I think whoever comes in, whether it's Cordon or anyone else, I feel like they're, our judgment will be based on how they work at the club. You can't do it beforehand. If some random name gets appointed, I won't be like, oh, this is outrageous, blah 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 blah. I'll have to say, you know what, let him come in, let him cook, see what he does. If he does great. If he does not, then we can have that debate. But overall, huge news. Mateu Alemany, man. This is my dog, and he's leaving. I am in absolute shock. And now we could hear also Jordi Cruyff could end up leaving as well. Again, the main reason for 2 per se. 1, the huge offer came in. Apparently, Aston Villa offered him a ridiculous salary and unlimited budget. Unai Emery's like, come on, bro, you can't reject this. We're gonna work together. I'll do whatever you want. You do whatever we want. We have the same idea. And then also the disagreement in the boardroom on some signings as well. So crazy. I am a bit worried that the club keep changing their sporting director. We gotta get, it's like the manager, you gotta have somewhat of consistency. You can't be just chopping and changing. But again, this is not Barcelona sacking Alemany. This is him leaving on his own accord. So we'll wait and see how things develop over the next few days. Apparently Barcelona have officially announced they will announce the new sporting director very, very soon, and the new sporting sector, how it will format, who will be promoted and demoted until a new one comes in. But Mateu Alemany is no more. He will be leaving the club. June the 30th / September the 1st. I'm really don't know how this is gonna work. Will he join Aston Villa after their summer transfer window? I doubt it. If they're offering him an unlimited budget and a huge salary, I think they want him now. How he's gonna work for his other club and also for Barcelona as well. Apparently, Mateu Alemany has committed himself to completing the first team transfer visit this summer, even if it should be in the final moments of the transfer window. So I'm worried about that second part. I'm also, of course, a bit worried why he's leaving, but we all know the reason why, disagreement, and we'll have to wait and see who comes in to replace him. Let me know your thoughts down below. What are your thoughts on the situation? What are your thoughts on Alemany leaving, Jordi Cruyff potentially leaving, Cordon coming in, the disagreement in the boardroom? And also, please, on my side, I really want to know your thoughts on the second half here. Do you think Alemany will join Aston Villa and also work for Barcelona at the same time? Will he bin off Barcelona later on when he accepts the Aston Villa job? You think he'll accept the Aston Villa job later on and stay with Barcelona until the summer? Leave me all your thoughts down below. Of course, drop a like on the video as well if you enjoyed, and subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.